Welcome back to the evening story shelf. Tonight, we continue our gentle retelling of Anne of Green Gables. If you are listening as you rest, allow your body to soften a little more. Let the day fade quietly into the background. There is nothing you need to follow closely, nothing you need to remember. In this episode, the house grows still, and a first night at Green Gables unfolds slowly, under moonlight and quiet thoughts. Anne of Green Gables, Part 3, When You Are Ready, will begin. The house woke slowly, not all at once, but in quiet layers. A faint light slipped through the windows, resting gently on walls and floors. Shadows shifted, stretching and softening as the night released its hold. Green Gables had known many mornings like this, unhurried, steady, certain of their rhythm. Beneath the slanted roof, the small room held its quiet a moment longer. The air felt cool and clean, touched with the scent of grass and distant earth. Outside, a bird tested its voice, then settled again. Eyes opened slowly. For a moment the room felt unfamiliar. The angle of the ceiling, the shape of the window, the quiet stillness. Then memory arrived gently, without urgency. The quilt shifted softly. Feet touched the floor. The boards beneath were cool, solid, real. At the window, the morning revealed itself. Fields stretched outward, washed in pale gold and green. Dew clung to blades of grass, catching the light like scattered glass. Everything looked newly made. A long breath was drawn in. Morning carried a different kind of promise, not loud or demanding, but steady and patient. Below, the house stirred. A kettle was set on the stove. A drawer opened, then closed. Life moved forward quietly, as it always had. Down the stairs, the kitchen waited. Sunlight rested on the table, warming the polished wood. The room felt orderly, comfortable in its purpose. Marilla moved with familiar efficiency, each task flowing into the next. Routine held the space together. Breakfast came together simply. Bread sliced carefully, plates set in their places. Nothing extravagant, nothing hurried. Matthew entered quietly, taking his usual seat, the chair creaking softly beneath him. The morning settled into itself. At the doorway, a pause lingered. Stepping into the kitchen felt like crossing a line, from one moment of life into another. Good mornings were exchanged. Voices remained soft, as though respecting the calm that lingered. A place was found at the table. Food warmed the air. The scent of tea rose gently, steady and familiar. Conversation moved carefully, touching only the surface of things. There would be time later for questions and decisions. This morning belonged to quiet. Outside, the world continued its slow awakening. Leaves stirred lightly in the breeze. A bird took flight, then disappeared beyond the trees. The farmhouse remained still, holding its small circle of warmth. After breakfast, the day unfolded without urgency. Dishes were cleared, the table wiped clean. Sunlight shifted again, climbing higher, casting longer patterns across the floor. The house felt awake now, not busy, but alive. At the window, the fields called quietly. There was space here, room to move, room to think, room to grow into something new. The moment held possibility without pressure. Time passed gently. Nothing demanded attention. Nothing rushed the hours forward. Morning stretched itself comfortably, content to remain exactly as it was. The house rested in its rhythm. The day moved slowly. Everything was held gently. Thank you for listening to the Evening Story Shelf. This part of the story comes gently to rest here, held in quiet moments and familiar stillness. When you return, the story will continue softly, moving forward one calm step at a time. For now, allow the quiet to remain with you. Let rest come naturally. Good night, and sleep well.